This is exhaustingly what you end up with when you try and be perfect. Sheets of newspaper, 0.003 inches in thickness, used to balance out each of those floor tiles to get them to exactly the right height. What I'm really trying to do is balance out a hill that's in the middle of this room. It's not quite noticeable, except I really want the floors to match the cork here. We've got an engineered cork, which is made from cork. It says it's renewable. And this is an engineered vinyl. And so my idea, you see on my little practice squares right here, the idea is that we won't need a seam because the seam will be seamless. Does that make sense? Looking at basically getting these the exact same height, which it turns out is not the height of much of the rest of the room. Some of it is. And so got to change that difference here, the difference between the cork over here in the living room and then the beginning height of the tile over here in the hallway. But that's not all. You've got the cork that comes out of the kitchen right here. And so I want the floors to be seamless here and also here, which means I have to do some rebalancing. And over that distance, it's really just a fraction of an inch, but I don't want any one tile to kind of just take it all. So what I've been doing is actually, I'm opening up my spreadsheet here. Check this out. I have on my planner the plans to where the floors begin and end. I wanted a full piece minus the edge on that end of the wall, because then I would end up with a full piece right at the edge of the cork. And that is exactly what's turning out over here. So exacting to be exact, huh? There is a 1/16 of an inch difference on that pillar of the wall as compared to that one. So I balanced that out in the cork by making the last tile there just a little bit longer. So it's still going to meet this vinyl seamless. But I like accuracy. I like being able, once it's done, to look back on it and go, I'm really proud of what I did. And so far, it's been like that. I really like how the cork went in, and that was a couple years ago. And I've even saved some of the final pieces so that I can redo it there if that situation arises. So anyway, I've got my plans here. And then, this is the meteorologist in me. I have a map of the height of the floor. And what I did is I used a laser leveler. It's that in my pile of rulers. But anyway, I put it on the end of the hallway, and so that created a laser line through the rest of the room here. And then I took my ruler and I measured from that laser line. I'll show you how that works, because it's kind of fascinating. Put my laser up right here. This has a bubble of water in it. So you see how it's shaking a little bit? That's it auto balancing. And then what I do is I find where that laser hits my ruler. I've got a stuff away. And you can see where that hits the ruler. And anyway, I divided this entire floor into squares, just like the tile in the hallway there. So that's why it looks like these newspapers are cut into squares, because that's part of the floor height mapping. What I did is I did like a terrain map, like you do in geology, where you basically balance things out. Here is the highest point of the room, which is right here. And it's in the yellow that you see on the middle of the screen. And now I need to get the floor to this point right here. And so now I form an ideal room. I was just like, what height should it be? What height should I build? Flooring underlayment, which is the yellow and the white, and the newspaper for those last 0.003 of an inch. I've marked that out in red. And so the red shows you the idealized height, because I want it to, here's the doorway. I want to match it to this 2.1093, which is the height of the cork in the doorway. And then, right? But there are areas of this room that the subfloor is so high and you can only stack on top of it. So that's the baseline of what you see in the bright white in the middle there. That said, I've got more spreadsheets with the underlayment, which is in tan here. That is the white foam board. And in the blue regions, that is the green half height. I've got layers, and finally this tan level here. This is newspaper, and there's a point right here where there are 17 sheets. That's how different it is, and that's over in this corner here, where you can see I've been using some catalogs. So I've got my calipers. It is hot, it is smoky, it is gross, but I'm indoors and I'm having fun with the project. So this is how a meteorologist puts together an engineered floor. I'll update you later, hopefully with good news.